watching on, and he was a pundit for the French newspaper L'Équipe Tombola today, saying that his only handicap is that nobody will want to come with him to the velodrome. The backer, in the meantime, has dropped back to this group, as we see one of the Astana riders trying to bridge, which should be Bohm. Stibar just watching this from behind as well. He's not going to want to do any chasing though, because his teammate Lampard is up there. Penultimate section of cobbles. The last one is pretty easy, so this is the hardest section that's left. And this is Denkov chasing just behind. 11 measly seconds is all they're supposed to have. Denkov riding on. His idol Sean Kelly sat next to me in the commentary box. Sean, he's got to be up there as one of the favourites to do it out of this group now. If this group comes together, these two will be pretty scared of it.
Oh yes, they will be scared, and they will be made aware that he's trying to get across, so they will continue on riding. But it seems like he's closing down the gap slowly, but 50 metres, 80 metres is such a difficult one to close down, and we can see here back in the group, it looks like Lars Bohm was pushing on as well, and split starting to appear in this group. It's blowing to pieces at the moment, but Randy Wiggins still hanging on the tail end of that 5-6 man group there.
As is Peter Sagan, the Slovakian champion, who's ridden a really good race up to now. It's been a bit of a nightmare in Tinkoff Saxo colours recently, with all that's been going on behind the scenes, the lack of victories as well. But he's ridden a fantastic race today. Yves Lampard in the light blue, white and black, the Belgian rider for Ethics Quickset. This is the man who won Milan-San Remo, the first monument of the season, only 3 weeks ago. K's to go. Greg van Avermaet. He's in the black and red. Just behind him, Yves Lampard. Van Avermaet has been so long the nearly man. He's had his problems, he's had a bit of a cloud hanging over him with his relations with a certain doctor early on this year. But he's riding well today. He's being called. What a strong ride. He might not need his sprint at this rate. Denkov has made it. Right on the back of this group. And with just one cobbled section to go, it's a group of 3 that is away with 6.1 kilometres to go. And the only cobbled section left, Sean, is pretty negligible, isn't it?
Well, I don't think it's going to cause a problem to any of us 3, but the question is now, will they walk well together? As we can see here, Denkov just joining up and taking up on the front right away, and he's going to continue pushing on here because he knows it's his chance to win the Paris-Roubaix.
Inside 6 kilometres to go. This is the chase. This is the chase. Jens Kukulera. Who is it? Not convinced. I'm going to get a better look at that. It's an edge docker, is it? It's a 4 or a 6. So this is what's going on behind. Come through and have a ride, please. No, says Yves Lampard. And this is where they're going to waste all the work that they've done if they don't work together, Sean.
Yes, well, this is the problem. When you're a sprinter like Denkov, of course, they're not going to walk with you. Yves Lampard is going to play the card. When I have men behind, I cannot walk. I'm being told I cannot ride on. And we can see there's a little bit of discussion going on up front.
Jens Kukulera it is. Kukulera at the back then, the Belgian. Sagan wants his team car. He's having an absolute nightmare mechanically here. Whatever's happened, it can't have been a hard spill because there's no mark on the shorts or anything.
No, it doesn't look like it's at a spill. It looks like that it's not functioned for the change, or for the big chain where it doesn't seem to be functional. Maybe the brake foot is after coming loose. He seems to be tapping it maybe just to make it a bit tighter, but he's looking like he's going to look for the mechanic and maybe make a bike change.
How can you not when you look at that? We all love Roubaix. Denkov, they're being forced to do the work at the front, and the gap already has been obliterated down to 11 seconds. It was 25 just a minute ago. Van Avermaet behind, Yves Lampard third position. Finally, Van Avermaet's going to come through and take a turn. They've wasted a lot of time in getting organised here.
Well, of course, Van Avermaet, no, he right on here. Here's the bike change off Sagan.
It is Sagan then.
It's a problem that is going on for a long time. Not the time to make a change, of course, but yes, you have no choice. Sometimes you just have to do it.
Brad Wiggins last week, better Sagan this week. Bike throwing competition. This is a special event every year that puts this area, this post-industrial area of northeastern France, on the map. Roubaix is packed with people today. Not just from the area, not just from over the border in Belgium, but from around the world. John Degenkolb will have plenty of supporters today, as will Greg Van Avermaet, Yves Lampaert as well. Martin Elmiger, what a couple of weeks in his career. More known for winning Swiss national championships with regularity than anything throughout his career. He's an excellent one-day racer because of that. Veteran years now at Yam Cycling. Bohm is at the front, Kukelaar is there. Stibar, of course, not going to do any work here.
He's going to attack.
Oh, he is. There you go. Well, Stibar is going to go then. He didn't want to bring all the rest with him, but if he can join the front group and get away without them, it's a very good move for Ethics.
Well, it's a really difficult one for Degenkolb, because with two riders of Ethics Quick-Step, up front, if he does manage to make it across here, then it becomes very complicated. But Degenkolb will be made aware that Stibar is trying to come across, so he's just going to have to push on here. But then you have to remember that Lampaert in the sprint as well, he's going to be a danger one, because he's getting the easy ride at the moment.
Anybody's dangerous now, aren't they, after all of that attrition and 250 kilometres? It's not a sprint, as you would say, at the end of a normal flat stage of the Tour de France. This is everybody with their capabilities and capacities vastly affected by everything that's gone on during the day. The wind and the
also, if you can get an easy ride in the final 10 kilometres, if you can sit on a group as Lampaert is doing here, he's getting the easy ride along. And when you have to ride here, even though Degenkolb the better sprinter, when you have to ride like this at the end of a long race, a difficult race, well, it's a complicated situation. As we can see, Stibar is about to make it across.
Stibar to bridge the gap, and the Czech champion is about to join them. Elmiger doing the work behind. Bohm is there, as is Kukelaar. Goodbye from Orica Green Edge today, who had the live earlier on. Inside 3.5 k's to go. Final section of cobbles is approaching. It's down the road. After that we have the cobble section in the centre, then it's the right turn in towards the velodrome itself. Remember, 1.5 laps. What are your memories of going into that velodrome, Sean?
Well, there are always scary moments, because after such a race, over such terrain, you never know, mechanically you can have a problem at the very final, and that's always a concern, much more than other races. And of course on the track as well, to get into it, you have to be always careful.
Wiggins attacking from behind. Brad Wiggins desperate to try and make his move here. He's gone with 3 kilometres to go to try and join those at the front. And he's bringing a big train of interested riders with him. But Wiggins is leaving it all on the road in his final race in Team Sky colours in Roubaix.
Vai voare.
He said he'd exchange his Tour de France win for a Paris-Roubaix win yesterday. He said that even if he broke his collarbone, he'd ride on towards the velodrome. He's attacking, but so Ethics Quick-Step from the front. Now Stibar's on the group. It means that Yves Lampaert is going to attack from it himself, and Degenkolb again is forced to work. And they're wearing John Degenkolb down nicely here. It's good tactical work, this from Ethics Quick-Step.
Yes, and they can see, they're made aware that there's a group coming up. We can see Elmiger coming up with Bohm and another rider on tow, so they're getting concerned. They're being ordered, like, you have to push on here, because the group is becoming too big and it gets complicated. And for Ethics Quick-Step with 2 riders, it's much better with 4, which they have at the moment, but with the 3 chasers very close in the rails.
2 kilometres to go as we approach the final sector of cobbles in the middle of the road. Bohm at the back here in the light blue turquoise almost of Astana. The 2 skin-suited riders from Ethics Quick-Step. Stibar at the back, Lampaert at the front. Where do they go from here, Sean, in terms of tactics?
Well, I think now it's Ethics Quickstep have to push on because they want to hold on out in front with this leading four. Degenkolb is going to take a little bit of recovery time because he's after doing a lot of effort there trying to get back in and then chasing down the attack of Lampard. It's going to be a sprint finish this Paris-Roubaix, surprisingly. As we spoke earlier, we said it hasn't been a sprint for many times, many years. There haven't been many of them at all.
Passa direto.
Right turn off the final sector of cobbles and towards the velodrome. A group of 7 riders here at the front as Kukalera desperately tries to hang on. Elniger's in with a shout. Greg van Avermaet is there. Lars Boom, John Degenkolb, Zdeněk Štýbar and his teammate Yves Lampaert, all in this front group. Not since Frederick Gitzel back in 1997 we had a group of more than 4 riders coming to the sprint. 1.5 laps to the velodrome to go. What a Paris-Roubaix it's been. It is Yves Lampaert at the front for Ethics Quickstep. Štýbar, who's ridden this race twice, they're about to take the bell. He's finished 6th, he's finished 5th. Second last year was John Degenkolb. Bohm is there as well. It's going to be so exciting. We're into the final lap now, Sean.
Well, I think Degenkolb is going to move up place on the podium. The way he's looking at the moment, it's Štýbar's wheel, perfect position, unless he gets crowded out from the top, which we can see he's just looking over his right shoulder here and waiting as Boom start to come up. But for me, Degenkolb should be the best one, but at the end of a Paris-Roubaix, you never know.
And it's where to position yourself on this track as well, as Štýbar takes it up at the front now. Lampaert is off at the back. Lampaert's not going to take part, and here goes Degenkolb around the banking. It's Degenkolb and Štýbar as Van Avermaet takes off behind as well. Elniger can't do it, he's stuck behind. It's Degenkolb through the middle. John Degenkolb, Degenkolb all the way. What a race, what a man, and the first German since 1896 to win Paris-Roubaix. It's John Degenkolb after riding the perfect race into northeastern France. We all salute you. That was very, very special indeed. In the meantime, the sprint for the minor place is coming up as the rest of the riders are into the velodrome. Luke Rowe, big applause for him. What a race he's ridden. And in the meantime, Sepp van Marke comes across the line. Christoph finally beaten on the left-hand side, didn't make it into the front group. Brad Wiggins in there as well. He finishes, well, he said that's what he wanted to do. Top 20 place for him. Good ride from him. But the man who was better than all the rest, the worthy winner, Sean, he wanted to emulate you. He has done Milan-San Remo and Paris-Roubaix in the same year.
Well, he's done it better. I think chapeau the way he's ridden the race, very tactically wise, but also very aggressive in the end, because you see that group with Van Avermaet out front and with Lampaert, and he decided to go across on his own. That takes courage, because as a sprinter you're always saying, well, I have to keep a bit for the sprint, but he was very aggressive and still the best in the sprint. Chapeau.
He'd love to be Sean Kelly, 1986, one of my idols. He said, look at what it means to him. There was nobody who was ever going to touch him in the sprint there. Degenkolb getting away on that final bend, extracting the last amount of energy out of his body. Štýbar bows his head, disappointment. Van Avermaet again on the podium. He'll be hurting, delirious inside. Heaven has turned to hell. And the other way around for John Degenkolb. Started off happy, went into the deep reserves, and he will love Roubaix more than anyone. Still the bell tolls. It will do for every single group of riders that's going to come in. It's a special thing just to finish Paris-Roubaix, but to finish first, you're one of the people who knows what it feels like. So special.
Well, it's special for some, disappointing for others, of course. If you're a big favourite, you come in a number of minutes down, well, then you can be hugely disappointed. But if you're a rider who is taking part in one of your first Paris-Roubaix or your first one, to get onto the track in Roubaix, it's an amazing feeling, and it's what a feeling it is. It's just real difficult to give an explanation, but you can feel that, and if you get on and you're fighting for a place in the podium, that is amazing.
John Degenkolb will be taking a cobblestone home with him this evening. He'll have his name in the showers. And after the last month, his name written in the annals of cycling history. So emotional. Look at all that, the dirt on his face. He'll need to use those showers. And that changes your career forever.
Yes, well, I think winning one monument on Milan San Remo changed your career, but winning a Paris-Roubaix, and of course, I think for bike riders, especially for the riders who can do that sort of event, to win a Paris-Roubaix is the best one to win.